Good morning. And welcome to the Unitarian Society of Santa Barbara. I'm Whitney, one of your worship associates, and I'm so glad to be here with you celebrating this Earth Day Sunday. Whether you are joining us in person or online, you are welcome here. I want to take a moment to introduce the wonderful team who makes this morning possible. Joining me in leading worship today is my fellow worship associate, Deb. We have invited Will and Blaze to join us down here today and leave the slides to their understudy, Paul. Thanks, Paul. Thank you to the rest of the tech team. We really appreciate you guys. Making beautiful music for us today is Heather on piano, Gwendolyn and the community choir. Our ushers have helped us with seating. And after service, our coffee hour folks will be there to greet you in the courtyard in Petters Hall, so please don't rush off today. It truly takes a village, and we are grateful for every one of them. Whether you've been coming here for decades or this is your very first Sunday, you are welcome here. If you brought soil with you today, wonderful. If you forgot, we have a little extra and we'll point it to you when it is time. If you got a cup of soil from us today, just hold it in your hand a little bit. Let your vibration kind of flow into that. A few announcements. Thank you to everyone who made the dance party Friday night such a great time. Yeah! Keep an eye out for the next one. Next Sunday, May 3rd, after services, anyone interested in our 150th anniversary celebration this fall is welcome to join Judy Ferris, USSB board member and volunteer archivist, for a short meeting to brainstorm ideas and begin planning for this amazing festival event. Memorial celebrating beloved member Sue Fisher will be held on Saturday, May 2nd at 2 p.m. here in the sanctuary. We hold Sue's family in our hearts as we gather to honor her life and legacy. And a final note, this week's Alliance meeting will be happening in the lower campus. Thank you, everyone.
We ring this bell to call ourselves fully into this hour, to let this week settle, and to arrive here together. We light this chalice in gratitude for the earth that holds us, the soil that feeds us, and the web of relationships that binds us. We hold this relationship that sustains all life.
Good morning. Every week, we take time to hold space for a good thing that has happened recently. This week, I'd like to highlight my geology field course that I went on last week, as to why I was not here last Sunday. A group of 44 geology students spent 5 days and 4 nights out in Death Valley, learning about the natural geologic history and so much more in the area. There are a few group photos up there on the slides. We would spend all day together traveling from lecture spot to lecture spot with our portable whiteboard and our chairs, learning about the things that we were sitting right in front of. There I am in front of my tent getting ready for a tutoring session after dinner. I met so many amazing people on this trip from so many different backgrounds and majors, and this trip was really an example of that. No matter our differences, we can come together and be in community. We had one overlapping interest, geology, but that was enough. We connected on another level, and I missed them. One of my favorite parts was that every night, the 3 different classes who went on this trip, Geo 1, Geo 2, and Geography, which you can see in the lower right and upper right photos. We were able to share stories about our day and connect with more people. The food was amazing. Shout out to the Woolly crew who made us food every single day and set up camp. Everyone was amazing, and we are actually getting together next week again for a bonfire. I'm glad I decided to go on this trip, and I will miss it. Up there you can see photos of watercolor I did every single day to keep as a memory. Feel free to chat with me after service. I'd love to share my experience and nerd out about geology if you let me. Thank you guys so much.
My name is Gwendolyn, and I'm here with the community choir, and we are going to teach you all a song this morning in honor of Earth Day called I Belong. So I will sing the first part, Call, and you all sing it back to me. And I want to say very much thank you to Brent Wells for being with us on percussion this morning. It's a special treat. I believe that I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. Okay, the choir's going to be on the call with me now, and you all sing it back to us. I believe that I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. And all of it together on I believe. So let's try that. I believe. Beautiful. We're at a harmony now. I believe that I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time with the choir on the call with me. Here we go. I believe that I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life be a song. May my song feed the earth. And all together, I believe. I believe. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to put this all together. This side of the choir is going to be singing the melody. So if you want to sing melody, sing along with them. This side of the choir is going to be singing harmony. So if you want to sing the harmony, sing with them. Okay? Here we go. I believe that I belong to the earth. I belong. May my life more time. I believe. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
In this service. Are we on here? Is this on? Yeah, I think so. It is that time in the service where we invite the young at heart, anyone who likes to come forward for a song this week, to come on up. Or you can stay where you're at. There's going to be a slide with some lyrics, so now that you're all warmed up, I'm going to expect you to sing along. So, Gwendolyn and the choir, the song they were just singing about was Feeding the Earth, and this song is also about something that feeds the earth, and it's called Lots of Worms. I'll do the verses, you help me with the chorus. We'll do the chorus twice right now. Well, there's lots of worms way under the ground, lots of worms that I've never found. I'll bet they're way down there, spinning around, way under the ground. Let's try it again. Well, there's lots of worms way under the ground, lots of worms that I've never found. I'll bet they're way down there, digging around, way under the ground. I dug the biggest hole I ever did dig, the biggest hole, it sure was big, and when I got to the bottom, you know what I found, way under the ground. Your turn. Well, there's lots of worms way under the ground, lots of worms that I've never found. I'll bet they're way down there, digging around, way under the ground. I found a worm to go on a fishing pole, way down there in the deep dark hole, but I left him alone, 'cause he liked his home, way under the ground. Your turn. Well, there's lots of worms way under the ground, lots of worms that I've never found. I'll bet they're way down there, digging around, way under the ground. I found a bumpity bug with big black dots, 3 pairs of legs and 22 spots, but I left it alone, 'cause it liked its home, way under the ground. Well, there's lots of worms way under the ground, lots of worms that I've never found. I'll bet they're way down there, digging around, way under the ground. I found an old sow bug curled up in a ball. She didn't move from there at all, but I left her alone, 'cause she liked her home, way under the ground. One more time. Well, there's lots of worms way under the ground, lots of Now, don't be surprised if that becomes an earworm for you today. That's our time for all ages.
Wherever the kids are.
They're in there somewhere.
This is why there are two of us up here. Oh, how's that? Better? Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Deb Karoff. I want to remind all of us that every week we look at our monarch branch over here, and we take a moment to add butterflies to our monarch branch to honor those individuals who have been abducted from our community by ICE. This past week, we ring the gong bowl for each person who has been taken in support of them and in support of their families. This morning, we ring the bell 5 times, and we commit to bearing witness going forward until this violence against our neighbors ends.
Thank you. And we're bringing up Gwendolyn and our choir just in a moment. We're preparing to do our affirmation of gratitude and giving. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm doing a prayer. Sorry. We're completely off here, guys. Which one's next? All right, wonderful. Thank you for your patience with us. So meditation. This day's meditation is meditation on belonging to earth. And it was inspired from a meditation on peace by Reverend Dr. Kendall Gibbons. Let us recognize our kinship with all beings, with the earthworm who aerates the soil, with the fungi who connect root to root, with the bacteria who transform death into nourishment, and with all creatures who, like us, depend on the living earth. Let us remember the ancient truth that runs through all wisdom traditions, that we are not separate from nature, but woven into it, that the earth is not a resource to exploit, but a relationship to honor, that every being has its place in the great web, none more deserving of life than another. May we seek to be worthy of our place on this earth, free from the arrogance that we can endlessly take without consequence, free from the illusion that we are exempt from ecological laws, humble of heart and mind, honoring the soil beneath our feet, the water that sustains us, the air we breathe, and all beings who share this precious world with us. For we are all human, and more than human alike, children of Earth's great abundance, held in the web of relationships that make life possible. accountable to the generations yet to come. May we live as if we belong to the earth, because we do.
I think all of you are aware that today is being, well, one of the, is, hello? Better? Okay. It's Earth Day weekend in Santa Barbara. Earth Day was a few days ago, officially. And this service is about Earth Day and being grounded in dirt. Some of you may be familiar with Robin Wall Kimmerer. It's a hard name to say. It's Kimmerer, so bear with, it's hard to hear sometimes, who is the author of several books, including Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants. Kimmerer is a professor of botany and plant ecology from the Potawatomi Nation, and her work is informed by both Western science and indigenous environmental knowledge. In Braiding Sweetgrass, Kimmerer lifts up the practices of the honorable harvest of the earth, which is based on native philosophy and beliefs. She writes, quote, "Know the ways of the ones who take care of you, so that you may take care of them. Introduce yourself. Be accountable as the one who comes asking for life. Ask permission before taking. Abide the answer. Never take the first. Never take the last. Take only what you need. Take only that which is given. Never take more than half. Leave some for others. Harvest in a way that minimizes harm. Use it respectfully. Never waste what you have taken. Share. Give thanks for what you have been given. Give a gift in reciprocity for what you have taken. Sustain the ones who sustain you, and the earth will last forever." The honorable harvest is a prayer to be in right relationship with the natural world. In such a relationship, we honor what the earth gives to us. Kimmerer calls on us to be grateful for the earth's gifts and also to push beyond gratitude to practice reciprocity. These ideas sound so simple to practice, and yet we know that the human world is not in right relationship with the earth. What does it look like to practice reciprocity? How do I act on our love for the earth? This turned out to be an interesting question for me. We have solar panels on our home. I drive a hybrid car, and we installed a heat pump in our house to conserve energy. But these are all transactional activities that help the earth, but I don't think it's what Kimmerer really means when she's talking about reciprocity. Kimmerer says that whenever people ask her what they can do to restore the health of the earth, she tells them to plant a garden. I do not have a garden that I take care of. Someone else does that for me. I once tried to grow milkweed, and it was unsuccessful. But I can see why growing a garden is a way to love the earth. One has to learn how to care for the soil and care for the plants so that something will take seed and grow. Gardening is loving the earth because it requires time, care, curiosity, commitment. It's a fully engaging experience that is a gift for the earth. The other day, I was listening to The World on NPR and heard an interview with a climate scientist in Australia about the work he is doing to record the sound of soil as a way to measure the health of soil. It's called ecoacoustics, and it's used to study the entire soundscape of a location to understand ecological and biological processes and interactions at a larger scale. The show played a recording, and it was fascinating. Healthy soil sounds alive, like a heart beating. You can hear the worms and insects moving around in the soil. Unhealthy soil is flat and static, like it's a buzz, with no variation, just a flat sound. Ecoacoustics offers a cheaper and more efficient system to understand soil, especially as it relates to issues of erosion and managing land in the future. It's a great example of the possibilities of reciprocity and involves one of the main ideas from Kimmerer. Listen to the earth. Engage with what is happening as you walk on the ground. Find a way to love and honor the earth so it can be strong and vibrant. Thank you. Each Sunday, this is our affirmation and gratitude. First of all, I do want to say the offertory music that's listed in your order of service was last week's song, which is about creatures and animals, which was quite lovely. But this week, the choir is singing a song called Of This Earth, and the person who wrote it is Serena Partridge. Each week, we give away 25% of our Sunday plate offering to a special project or organization. Our outreach offering recipient for this month is 805 on DocuFund. To have 100% of your donation go directly to this month's project, please write your check to 805 on DocuFund, or you can use the online link. The 805 on DocuFund first launched in 2018 as a massive collaborative effort among immigrant-serving Central Coast organizations to support immigrant communities during the Thomas Hill and Woolsey wildfires, and also during the Montecito mudslides. Over the years, individuals and organizations have joined the efforts to support 805 on DocuFund's vision of a future where undocumented individuals and families thrive in a region without systemic inequalities, where they have equitable access to resources to rebuild their lives with dignity, and their voices and lived experiences are centered in decision-making. We do want you to know that the mission of 805 and DocuFund is different than the Immigration Legal Defense Center because it provides direct short-term financial relief to undocumented residents who are impacted by ICE and other things going on in the world. Please join me as we read the affirmation of gratitude and giving. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts with us, for we are enriched by their giving. And let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others. Thank you.
Thank you, choir. That was beautiful. We've been so well connected in our themes. It's been so good. Thank you. All right, beautiful. In honor of Earth Day celebrations, we will be sharing in a ritual, gathering soil in this pot decorated by our youth group as part of our continued prayer for the safety of our neighbors taken from our community. We will be planting some milkweed to call our friends home. Now, Unitarian Universalists, we have some very nice communions in this tradition. We have water communion, flower communion later in May, bread communion, all beautiful and meaningful. But today, on Earth Day Sunday, I want to invite us into something earthier, messier, more fundamental, a dirt communion. Because dirt is where great mystery lives, not the sanitized mystery of dust and ashes, but the pulsing, vibrating, absolutely alive mystery of soil. Put your hand on your heart. Feel that rhythm, that pulse. Now, beneath your feet, the earth has its own pulse. Connect with it. Scientists measure it, the respiration of soil, the collective breathing of billions of microorganisms, fungi, and roots. The earth breathes. The soil vibrates with life. Feeling this, connecting with this vibration, is surrender, but not surrender to deadness. Surrender to the great creative power that transforms everything. We innately or inherently resist this. We want control. Let go. We want cleanliness. Let go. We innately or inherently resist. Separateness feels far more controllable. Some spray pesticides to kill the very life that makes soil alive, not realizing greater harm they are doing, not connecting the dots. We deny the fundamental truth that we are not separate, but woven into a pulsing web of existence. The calcium in your bones was once stone. The iron in your blood came from dying stars filtered through soil, taken up by the plants and eaten by you. There's no clear boundary between you and earth. You are the earth that has learned to walk and wonder about itself. And soil doesn't just teach us about relationships. Soil is relationships made visible. Think about what soil actually is. It's not just a substance. Soil is what happens when rocks weather, when plants die and decompose, when fungi root connect to root, when earthworms tunnel, when bacteria break down organic matter. Take any one of these relationships away, and you don't have soil. You have sand, you have clay, or you just have decomposed matter. Soil only exists because these things are in relationship with each other. So when you bring your handful of dirt today, you're not just bringing a thing. You're bringing a web of relationships. The earthworm that aerated it is related to the fungi that feeds the roots. The bacteria are related to you because they make nutrients available that vegetables take up that you eat. Your grandmother, who tended the garden, shaped which plants grew there, which shaped what decomposed there. You cannot hold soil without holding relationship. You cannot bring dirt without bringing responsibility. We are accountable even for relationships we don't know we were in. When we spray pesticides, we're killing bacteria, fungi, earthworms whose relationships make the soil. When we pave our land, we're severing relationships that took centuries to develop. Mita Yuke Oyasin, the Lakota phrase meaning all my relations, asks us to wake up. We are not observers of these relationships. We are participants. The soil recognizes us as kin. And here's where it gets a little uncomfortable. Soil helps us remember that we will too die. But soil teaches us that death is not an ending. Death is an ingredient. Nothing in this soil exists without death. The organic matter, that's dead leaves, dead roots, dead insects, and dead animals, their dying released nutrients. Their bodies became the matrix of new life. This is the great transformation. What looks like ending is actually continuing. We will return to soil. Our bodies will become food for bacteria, fungi, and plants. The calcium in our bones will be taken up by the roots. Each of us will continue, transformed. The vibration doesn't stop, it just changes frequency. So when you bring your handful of soil forward today, know that you are bringing the vibration of 1 billion tiny lives, the memory of everything that has died there, the promise of everything that will grow there, your own connection to the great web, and your willingness to surrender to the mystery that you too will one day return to soil. And this is not sad. That is the most intimate belonging imaginable. The Dirt Communion asks us, can you accept your place in this vibrating web? Can you surrender your illusion of separateness? Can you make peace with your mortality, knowing you will feed the soil that feeds the future? Come now and share your dirt with this community. Trust that together we will do something miraculous with it. Deb's going to come up and help me as we invite you all to share with us your dirt. A few instructions.
So usually when we do these communions, people exit and they go to the center aisle and come up. We're going to try it the opposite way, okay? I know this is a challenge. I know we're like, what am I talking about? So we want the rows in the back to exit to the side, put your soil into the pot, and then go down the middle and find your seat again, okay? So whoever's in the very back row, if you would start walking forward with your dirt, Whitney and I would be very happy to welcome you here.
sacred places, from hands that tended and grieved and grow things. We will plant milkweed in this gathered earth as an act of faith that the monarchs will return, that our neighbors will find safety, and that we tend together matters. Let us say this blessing together. We are of this earth. We belong to each other. What grows here, bear witness. So may it be. Thank you.
I wanted to just comment on the fact that you all managed that transition really well. It's good to know that we can adapt and deal with change. Thank you. We're at the end of our service, and I'd like to say, as we extinguish our chalice, may the light of love shine upon you, out from within you, be gracious unto you, and bring you peace. For this is the day we are giving. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Now let's sing, Call Out a Blessing, please.